Hi, if you're new here, and there seems to be quite a few new faces, or if you're returning, my name is Kat. Thanks for watching. This is my life in Korea as a 20-something living alone and trying to figure things out. So this is more or less the coverage of what happened in October of this year. I realize that I am extremely behind with uploads, but I'm getting to them. Fall is here. It is not even 6 and the sun is already setting, and all the leaves have started to change color in the trees. Really, really beautiful, really pretty. Emily complained dat my lang bene is te lang vir haar. Daar soos die kinders daar agter. Mama inspect Emily se parkering. Mama, daar is nie 'n boet nie.
Die sak is in.
Okay, maar
Daai sak sal seker ook haar en dan sal dit
Nee, jy het iemand met boude nodig soos Emily.
armspiere. Ek het armspiere. As ek aan jou swart hare vat, sonder om jou wit hare te raak, dan kom jou wit hare nie uit nie. Nee, dis nie swart te sien.
My mom arrived in Korea around Chuseok weekend, which is a very, very long weekend, and this year we had 5 days off. So we were desperate to make the most of those days. It also ended up being the same time that every single form of transport was booked, and we managed to book the last rental car available, it being our last resort to get our mom from the airport, because again, no bus or train tickets were available. So we ended up driving 6 hours up to the airport and then 6 hours back down. And it was something I wouldn't recommend to anyone.
Moenie vir my kyk nie. Dis jy wat so vry atlas.
Een. Dis die laaste een. En nou lê jy klaar. Wat dan meer om te doen? Kom op, kom op, kom op. As jy toe. Altyd rustig. Nee. 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 Good boy. That's good. Hy's baby se.
Since we had the car booked for the whole weekend, we decided to take a little trip out to the pink mooli fields, which happen in autumn every year. So we drove all the way out to this location, and the scenery was beautiful. Obviously, there were quite a bunch of people coming out with all the camera gear that you could possibly imagine, and the most stunning photos were taken. It was so nice that we could take Atlas with as well, as this whole space was dog friendly, so we saw other dogs too. And he ended up being quite a popular dog as usual, because he looks very cute, although he is bigger than people expect him to be. There were people everywhere and everyone was getting all the shots, so you kind of just ended up in the background of it, someone's photo at some point. And my sister ended up being the best dressed for this occasion, and she got some beautiful pictures on this day. It was not really hot and not really cold. It was actually ideal weather, and we ended up getting some cool memories. Then the weekend swung around and it was time for Chelsea's 30th birthday. Her wish was that we could all come together to celebrate and go out with her one night and have American barbecue in Seoul. So we traveled up, we booked our accommodation, and on the first night we had these skewers for the first time, and the next day we head out for breakfast. We decided to walk there, which was not a bad idea. We ended up cutting through this market over here, and we laughed because we realized our outfits are all like some shades of complementary. Here I'm trying to show my blue pants. We had a lot of fun. We ended up going to vintage shops and walking around just the downtown area, and then at night we tried to make a reservation and couldn't, so we ended up being like, please do you have space for 13 people? And they did have 13 people ready. They did say that they'll try to keep a table for us, and we got this huge table. So this is Chelsea enjoying the food, and I'm very happy she did. And then this is what my sister wore to go out, and I am obsessed with it. Apparently it's very cowboy rodeo fit of her, but I loved it. It was so flattering on her. And here we are, partying the night away.
Ja. Is it mama? Skoolgoed water met 'n bietjie rys. Seker. Hou nie van nie?
I lost my breath to get your hugs. You on my chest, pumping into my lungs. I do what's fun, don't know how to stop. Always choose love, but it's beating me up, and it gets on me so bad, like a fast car crash. You've been getting closer, the back of my head, trying to see what's in it, so I let you in. Almost like a war song being apart. So take it to the sky.
En die oorbelle. Die oorbelle.
If I wait just a minute, will you let me know? If I wait just a minute, you think time will show? If I wait just a minute, let me all let go. I've been waiting some minutes, I don't know how to kill it.
Wat gaan nie aan? Nee, Atlas, wie gemors? Kom hierso. Kyk hierso. Hy raak sy ons my.
At this point, you're probably asking yourself, how many times did they go to the Lantern Festival? Because we did go several times. In fact, I think this was the third and final time we went. It was better to go during the weekdays to get photos, and the weekends to have all the food options possible. Of course, it is way more crowded than the weekend, and this being the last one really made a big difference. A lot of people showed up from out of town and stuff, so it was really, really crowded. So we went up onto the bridge while we were looking for Anna and friends, and we stopped to watch the sunset a little bit and take some photos and videos. So what should you know about this festival? Well, this is to honor the Battle of the Imjin War that happened from the years 1592 to 1598. And as part of the military strategy against the Japanese, they put these floating lanterns in the water to stop the troops from wading into the river. And I would say probably the highlights of these festivals would be to write a wish on one of these floating lanterns and then drop it into the river. It does float down for quite a distance before it's caught in a net, and then they take it all out. So there's no pollution, but it is a sweet sentiment for a lot of people. And This festival takes place over the full month of October. There's a big fireworks festival when they light the lanterns, and there's a big fireworks festival when they close down the festival. So there's activities every single weekend that you can go and attend depending on what your interest is. There is the fireworks show, the water lighting show, the cultural performances, and one that's really, really fun is that they do limit it to Korean culture performances. I've seen Spanish dances, I've seen traditional Mexican music. It's been a lot of fun. So this year we ended up going several times, and on this night specifically we were going to go and find something to eat. So we headed over to the food tents, which was secluded on this one side, and they have these tables where the funniest thing we saw was that if you wanted napkins, they were hanging from the ceiling and you had to pull one down from there. So anyway, we ordered a few dishes, and then Alyssa poured us some heavy-handed somek, and then she tried to teach me how to open up a beer bottle with my hand. Suffice to say, I'm not good at that. I've got these little baby hands, and it's just about the pain set in like a couple of seconds later. So she opened it for me very easily, making me look really dumb. So after we had a meal over there, we decided to take one last walk through before our feet were killing us. We spent a good amount of time just watching the ride operator on this particular ride roasting the people. And then this was also my mom's last day in Korea, and as a surprise, we rented the car one more time so we could have more time with her before she had to leave. And around 2 or 3 a.m. on our way back home, we ran into this deer on the road. Okay, bye.